Hi everyone, I'm Paul Crossman. I'm a course developer and tutor here at Point Blank Music School in East London. And I've got a couple of devices here that are fairly hotly anticipated, to say the least. And they are Roland's TR-8 Rhythm Performer and the TB3 Touch Bassline. Now, the TR-8 is based on possibly one of the most iconic drum machines in existence, specifically within dance music. And what I have here, as you can hear, is the 808. What they've done is taken the TR-909 and updated it to 21st century and put it in the same box. So by changing the sound, and if we play, the Roland TR-8 is a drum machine based on the TR-909 TR-808. Now, what's important to say before I start is we're actually dealing with modeling technology here. So the sounds that you're hearing are entirely synthesized within the box. We have, as with the older versions, we have all the sounds laid out on individual channels. So the bass drum, the snare drum, the toms. We have various different other sounds like your hats, etc., to go through. Now, to program this up, there are various different ways that we can go about it. So the first one I'm going to do, hit the TR-Rec button over here. I'm going to select on my bass drum, and then I can step input the pattern, and I'm just going to hit play to bring it in. Got a tempo over here, so let's give it a bit of that. Now, this is a modeled sound, so this gives me some parameters that are really accessible here. I've got the decay, get a bit more of a snap into it. It's a really nice comp here, just squeezing it nicely. And then we can tune it. So 909 style, there's something for everyone in this. Next up, the snare drum. Let's bring him in. Same sort of deal. Let me just bring that kick down a bit. You know, classic sound on here. Let's bring something like that in. So, let's come over here to the hand clap. Let's double this up. Let's take this out. Bring this in like that. Now, once I've got these in on the steps, the other thing is I've got instant record. Click the instant record button, and now I can select up any one of these sounds and put it in real time. And it's quantizing, auto-quantizing for me. Let's get a bit of tuning on this. Same with any of these other ones, so we can come here, along the bottom you'll see we've got the names for each of these. So let's bring in some toms. I can go back to the TR-Rec mode, and let's go over to the open hat here. So this is going to give me a kind of starting pattern, and I can keep that looping in real time as we go through. Also, got to do it. Classic sounds again. Let's get the old ride in. And it's got all the tuning. Okay, so once we've got our first pattern in, I'm going to stop this and I'm just going to copy this up. So pattern select, click on the first one, click on the second one, and I've copied the pattern. Now I've got to say at this point, one of the things I would have liked to see with this is the ability to do this in real time while you're playing. So keep everything running as you're going. It would be absolutely fantastic for taking it forward in a live setting. But once we've got this in, what I can also do, come back into instant play. Over here, buttons 12 to 15, we've got a bunch of different things like rolls. So for example, hold this down, play the snare. And you know, everything's accessible, it's instantly on the front panel here. like this. We've got variations as well. Just keep that going on the round. Also, with the mute switch, I can take individual sounds out. So, I'm going to leave this running around on this now, and one of the other things I can do here is I'm going to come back over and going to get the bass drum up, and we're going to change the pattern. Do something like this. Now, I can come over here, bass drum, instant, change the sound like this, back to pattern play, hit the mute button, change the pattern up. Now let me do that again, instant play, does 808 and 909 sounds at the same time. So we can create hybrids of the two together, which kind of takes the TR-8 to another level, to be honest with you. And I can do the same again. Let me come into the snare. Instrument, you can see it flashing here. Let's bring this up a bit. Let me get the tuning down a bit. Okay, we've also got effects. There's a reverb and a delay. Now these can be applied per step. Also, we can apply it per instrument. So let me get the reverb up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, press kit with that selected. And now what you can see is that I'm able to select whichever sound I want to apply this to. So let's just apply this to the clap. Make sure that's applied. Come over here to instrument and I can change the particular type of reverb. So now, go back to this mode here, hit this, make sure I'm on the right one here, and bring it in. Now we can do this to all sorts of stuff. So, I fancy that on that snare underneath there. So, do the same thing again. Let's go over to the delay here. Come up to the kit, it's set to snare drum as you can see, like so, and then come back into try record, step, like that, and then what I can do is bring that in onto the this one here. Right, okay, let's take that one off and do that again. There we are. Now we've also got within this several different types of delay and reverb. So if I press this and then hold down instrument, you can see here that we've got 8 for the delay. So it's worth playing with. And you know what? The thing that really gets me about this is the fact that it's just so hands-on. Right, I'm able to get in here, create patterns, get the sounds I want, the tweakability is there, which to me is one of the things that makes it. The other one is the sound. Regardless of whether it's analog, virtual analog, the modeling here has nailed it. And finally, we've also got this thing over here called scatter. Scatter is an interesting way of bringing in variation and sort of the ability to cut things up, so when I can just switch it on, and I've got a depth, which does go a bit mental at the top.
every 2 weeks in the course, an assignment is set.
So once I've done my assignment, which is essentially a track, I upload it for my tutor to download, and he sends me back a DVR, which is a direct video response.
It's a video produced by your tutor that is sent to you personally every couple of weeks while you're studying, giving you immediate feedback on your production.
It's something that enables the students to have a one-to-one connection with their tutor.
You see all of the mouse movements and any parameter changes made by your tutor. It's kind of like sitting in the studio over their shoulder, watching what they're doing whilst they work.
And I think this kind of steel can sound is brilliant. I mean, that's a real kind of hook of the track, this. Maybe let's just try recording something in. The response that the tutor gives is completely tailored to the student's style of music or the level that they're at as well. So it might be nice to spice up this drum track by adding a delay, and you can see I've put one here in the return of the drum rack, and if we just apply that to the clap now, you see it has a really nice effect.
If you want to check out the whole range of online courses, go to pointblankonline.net.